earth.
Keep going.
Stark is a walking machine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I started the podcast without you knowing. So welcome to the Unwavering Stance, everybody.
See, but what you don't know is I can edit that out.
All right. Welcome to the Unwavering Stance. We're going to do Gauntlet recap. But before we do that, we're going to say what we've been doing since the Gauntlet. Deedle, what have you been doing since Gauntlet ended?
Since Gauntlet ended, I fell asleep for like 3 days straight. No.
I went into hibernation.
Actually, in PoE, I've been running in Brittle's Bingo League. I made a Winter Orb Occultist, which was a rather ambitious venture, considering it's a relatively small private league.
It's kind of unlike you too.
Yeah, I usually like but these type of events and leagues, I usually stick to something I know, but I don't know. I just wanted to branch out a bit, try something I haven't done, and I seen Frowncoat playing Winter Orb in one of his private leagues that he was doing, and I said,
it's all Frown's fault.
It's all Frown's fault.
Yeah,
all of this is all Frown's fault.
All Frown's fault.
I seen him, and I was like, that looks pretty fun. I'm gonna try that soon. And I thought, hey, why not make a build with a Void Battery and a Prism Guardian and a Shavs and a Presence of Chayula and all these like really rare items in a 10-day private league with only like 200 and some people? Yeah, that sounds great.
Did he have all those items? Is that...
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He was building it way different.
Okay.
I think he did his as a trickster
and also Slim is out this week with some stuff he's dealing with. He'll be back next podcast.
Yeah, dealing with some IRL stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing pretty much. I started late because it overran. Gauntlet overran Bingo this time. Bingo started a couple days before Gauntlet ended, and as we'll get into, we had to push pretty hard at the end to get a secondary goal met. But so I'm starting late, but we got our build up and running. I just need to get some levels, and then probably within the next day or two, I'll just bang out a bango.
Just bang it.
Bang out a bingo.
Just bang it.
Bang out a bingo.
Just bang it out.
So that's basically what I've been up to, PoE and IRL, taking care of my
the Doge.
Just got surgery.
She's
healing well. She's doing good. She's resting right now. She's improving by the day. So that's...
I need a $2,000 surgery.
I seen that. Yeah. That's less than I paid for hers.
Yeah, but I also... My friend is doing the anesthesia, and he's friends with the I got an anesthesiologist friend. I met him back in 2013.
Okay, so usually when people say that, it implies something different. So here on the East Coast, if you say that, someone's gonna think
what that I'm gonna put bricks on your bricks for shoes. You're gonna float in the Hudson, or you're gonna dive in the Hudson? And
no, it just means you have a drug dealer friend.
Oh, really? I've never heard that.
I mean, nobody's ever said it, but if you did say it out here, that's what people would think. That's the first thing I thought.
No, he's an actual anesthesiologist working for this plastic surgeon guy who can actually cut out this gigantic fucking lipoma that's been causing me back pain for 9 years.
Like a street pharmacist. You know, you've heard that
term,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of where
Okay. Interesting. No, so I've got like $1,000 in discounts. What was your total for Lily for the Doge?
Altogether?
Yeah.
Like with the initial visit,
everything,
and the surgery, and the meds.
I want to compare it to human totals. Yeah.
$3,200.
Okay. I also don't need a was it a gallstone or bladder stone?
It was a bladder stone, yeah.
I also don't need a bladder stone removed.
And she got spayed. So we had 2 procedures done at the same time.
What was the spay, like $600?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about $600.
So then my surgery is pretty comparable without the spay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if we took the spay off,
He took
we
the
were
spay
looking.
off. If I paid for the anesthesia, it and if the guy didn't give me a discount, it would have been 3,200 or around there.
Yeah, it would have been about $2,000, not counting the initial visit with the X-rays and the blood work and the urine work to find out what's wrong.
Yeah,
Without the spay, it would have been about $2,000 for just getting the bladder stone out.
yeah. Deedle, I need to get spayed.
You do, yeah. Well, you would get neutered. You would get neutered.
Whatever.
Females get spayed.
Are you assuming my gender?
Yes.
Okay. This is
Machines have no gender.
I think
though.
we're having too much fun without Slim here.
I was gonna say something I can't think.
All
of.
right, is that all you've been fucking doing since Gauntlet ended?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, all I've been doing is chasing around a 5-year-old IRL, which has been keeping me busy. Because Peggy's been staying home more, not wanting to go travel like an hour and 15 minutes to work with post-COVID LA traffic. Plus, she works far away right now. And that's been keeping me busy this week. Thank God they're both out right now, so I have a full day on stream. Been doing Epoch, and I want to do more Chivalry too. I know you don't. Are you never gonna get it? Well, it's 40. You're probably
You're
not.
never gonna get it.
Not this. No, not this time.
You're never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
Probably
Never gonna
not.
get
Did
it.
you-
Never gonna
did you
get it.
raise
Never
the
gonna
money
get
for
it.
it?
I did. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's another thing I need to mention
Never
about
gonna
Lily's
get it.
surgery is the fact that my community and Stark's community, we kind of share community members.
Yeah, we do.
We're like that. Actually flipped the bill for the entire surgery. Well, not the entire the entire surgery, yes, minus the initial visit.
Yeah. Well,
So
I remember the one day. I think what was it? Who was it? Maverick. Maverick was just dropping.
yeah, Maverick was MVP
Maverick
on that.
was dropping
He hit us with,
hundos.
Yeah, he hit us with no more than that, like thousands. He contributed like half of the fund. So shout out
Yeah.
shout out Maverick because he's MVP. Vincible also dropped 500, and a bunch of other people, threw 50. Frown threw some money.
I
Quasi threw some money.
Yeah.
Kratos threw some money.
It was really, really, really cool to see that on your end because you don't normally have stuff like that. You don't normally.
I don't.
You don't normally generate like trains like that. I would just say.
Yeah.
Dono
right.
trains. Yeah, and it was
Well,
all.
I don't normally draw attention to it.
Yeah, to the,
right? Like sub goals or dono goals or anything like that.
You don't say "fuck you, pay me" a bunch of times first.
No, I don't.
No, that's cool, and everybody just showed up. It was really nice to see.
Yeah,
Unexpected.
It really helped out a lot too.
Expected. So let's talk about. Oh yeah, I know, right? I don't think you're ever going back to work. I mean, my hope is that you don't have to go back to work, and you can just continue streaming and creating PoE content.
That would be nice. I mean, I tried to stick some money away for when I do finally,
make the jump.
September is like kind of when I need to make a big decision, and I have
Okay.
a little bit of money set aside, so we have a little bit of cushion. And yeah, I would love that. That would be awesome to be like a full-time Twitch streamer.
Well, look, I mean, you got July's new league. Gauntlet's probably going to happen end of August or
beginning of September, end of August. Yeah.
So you make your decision in September. That Gauntlet's in September. If you practice enough, you get enough because I mean, I'm Exile came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's only been playing since Metamorph League.
He came out of nowhere. Fucking came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he really did.
So,
because Metamorph League is new.
Right. It's post 3.0. Everything's new. So you know, if you get recognition from that next gauntlet, that decision might be very easy.
It could blow. Yeah, it
Blow
could
you
blow
up.
you up.
Yep.
Yeah. Not
Because
only that, but if you win the gauntlet, or not win, but if you place, like, there's a lot of money that's involved in the gauntlet, like
yeah,
prize money
yeah,
that can, extend out a little bit, maybe a month or two more of just like, okay, I got a little bit more cushion here to,
yeah.
you know,
I
stream
mean,
every day for 500 and
coming from
days.
my experience, when times got tough doing Twitch, and they certainly did, they always do. You can't, it's not a consistent. It's not a
It's not.
consistent income. You can't escape times getting tough. I
Yeah.
just I just said, well, I went to school for this. Uh, there's nothing. I'm technically acting for a living, and that's what I went to school for, and that's what I made the decision when I graduated that's what I was gonna do. So I just never gave up on it, and like I would do things, I would sell things here and there, and I just make it work. And I'd eat broccoli for $1, bag of
You got this
broccoli.
bag of broccoli.
Yeah, it was $1. There's gonna be a lot of
For
inside jokes in
$1.
this podcast.
Yeah. A lot of people are probably gonna be like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Yeah, I got this bag of broccoli. It was $1. For those that don't know, I got interviewed by a guy doing interviewing full-time streamers, and he's like, "Well, how do you make it work financially?" And I'm like, "Well, if I have to cut back, I'll eat a bag of broccoli." Now, I had this bag of broccoli that I was eating at the time, and I said, "I got this bag of broccoli. It was $1." The guy laughed. Deedle laughed. Receiptus.
Yeah, that was it was the funniest moment. You know what? I was supposed to interview with that guy and I never did.
I mean, maybe he got enough people for his school, and he's like, "I don't want to do any more schoolwork. Fuck this." I don't know.
Probably. I mean, he did reach out to me once and say, "Hey, this is what we're doing. Like, can we set something up?" And then I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then I just never really heard back from him, and I didn't pursue it either. So,
If I
it
responded
is
to
what it is.
If I responded to Pleather Dad quickly enough, he was going to say, "Fuck you, pay me." But the moment has passed. Rip.
So that's a good point, though, is like when I first started Twitch, people would ask me, they say, "Hey, Deedle, if you ever blew up and became like, self-sufficient and big on Twitch, would you quit your job?" Because I was working at the time. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't worked since COVID hit.
Since
So
COVID, yeah.
almost a year and a half now. So my ideas and my thoughts have changed on this subject. But at first I said, no, I wouldn't. I would need a lot of subs or a lot of like donations per month to like kind of live off of. Like I got expenses, I got medical bills, I got rent, I got car insurance, I got my phone bill, I got food that I need to buy. I got to take care of the dog and unexpected things and
And now that
gas.
you've been doing it,
And that was the main reason that I said like it's too unpredictable. Like
mm-hmm.
1 month you could be, great, and then the next month, bam,
Yep.
you ain't got enough to eat, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like
Mm-hmm.
there's no 401k, there's no medical insurance, there's no certainty.
Yeah, there's no
And
certainty.
if there's one thing I don't really like is uncertainty. I'd rather be certain one way or another. Is it
Well,
going to go this way or is it
welcome
going
to
to go that
life.
way?
Welcome to life.
Yeah,
Now,
but most things you aren't like super like yeah, there's some uncertainty that you have to deal with that like is always around, but for the most part, is it yes or is it no? Is it 0? Is it 1? Like for most things.
yeah.
With things that things can change. They could go a different way, but for the most part, where the lines are. For the most part.
Look, if I got a bad month on Twitch, I'll just buy more scratch off tickets, and
Yeah, that's great. That's a great strategy. Hell yeah.
I'll
I'm
just
with it.
play the lottery more often.
But now that I've been out of work and like not solely relying on Twitch, but like kind of it's been a part of my, a main not a it's a main part, but it's not without being I know I'm being ambiguous there, but without putting too much information out.
Yep.
Um my answer has changed and I totally would. I would
Oh,
totally go
yeah.
Twitch full time. I mean, I pretty much am anyway. Like,
Yeah, you're doing it.
I mean, I've been streaming for 576 days straight.
I'm telling you.
Today will be 78, 578.
I'm telling you. It's like a quote I heard from a really good friend of mine. I was on a first date forever ago. And the girl asked him, "Hey, are you single? Because I have this friend I want to hook you up with." And he said, "No, I've been married 14 years." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" And I was, I was a lot younger at the time, and so I didn't even know jack shit about marriage. And I said, "How do you do that? 14 years?" He's like, "Just don't get divorced." It's
simple advice.
It's really when you equalify. When you equilibrium everything, it really is that simple. Just don't stop streaming. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
Donate plasma, sell some shit one month. You just figure out how to do it, because, and that's what they told us in acting school all the time. That's what they told us in anywhere you're in an artist conservatory. You just find a way to do it, because your love for it and the desperation to do it outweighs any adversity that comes your way.
Makes sense. Things will just you'll work it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's similarities there between musicians, artists. I mean, we essentially are artists.
We are. We're content creators.
Entertainers.
That's it.
They're entertainers.
That's it. And the whole race is entertainment. Any esports event, it's all entertainment.
And we were featured on the Havoc Cast.
We or you?
Me?
I don't think I was. Yeah.
I was.
I don't think I was.
For like an hour and a half.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. On day 10 or day 9 or day 10, they talked about us. When I say us, it's talking about me,
the Deedle.
Yeah, they talked about like my rips and how I re-rolled after an 88 and an 89, kind of jumping ahead.
How it was soul crushing and whatever.
Yeah, soul crushing, and like how I sent you the clip, so you've seen it.
See, that's a start, dude. I'm telling you, and every gauntlet you do it, you're gonna gain more and more momentum. You're gonna gain more and more steam.
So I really want to really buckle down this next coming league and kind of like we prepped a lot. We prepped and we practiced long hours, long days, long stream, all like a bunch beforehand, and I felt really good coming into the gauntlet. But the gauntlet is rough, and the gauntlet will chew you up and spit you out. You have to be on alert and on your game at all points, because things can happen like off screening and spike damage from fizz conversion mods that gain 10 million thousand damage, and you just plop, fall over.
Just harvest, period.
Harvest is so rippy. So this coming league, I think I'm gonna swap my it's not schedule, but my what's the word I'm looking for?
The time you start? I don't know what word you're looking for. That would be schedule.
I'm gonna swap my rhythm, the way I do things. Normally I start a softcore trade. I make a couple builds. I get some muns, and then once I get bored with the league mechanic, and then I also learn the league mechanic and whatever end game stuff. Wait till them to overtune things, because it always happens, right? Things are overtuned at times. And then once I get bored with the league and made a couple builds, made some muns, I transition over to hardcore solo self-found. We do that for a little bit, and then Gauntlet usually gets announced. Then we Gauntlet practice, we Gauntlet, and then there's usually a couple private league events that we'll jump around to have a little bit of fun. And then we'll usually do some, I don't know, like meme thing. Like we're thinking about doing Gucci Hobo after.
That's right.
In a week or two. So
I assume that you're starting hardcore solo self-found now.
That is the plan.
I'll do that with you.
Unless something like I'm 90% sure that's what we're gonna do.
The only question I have for you after hearing that is, how do you learn lead mechanic in hardcore solo cell phone? You just you just do it. Yeah, you just do it.
Things work out. You do it early and often to figure out where
Yeah.
the limits are, and that way, if you do get set back, it's not a big setback, and you can just roll with it.
I mean, DS Lily blew up because of a gauntlet.
Well, not really. She was kind of big before the Gauntlet. I think the China race. Well, the China races were kind
Oh,
of the
that's right.
precursor to the Gauntlet. You know, they were the Gauntlet before the Gauntlet was really named. They were the
That's right. That's
China
right.
races.
I was mistaken. Yeah, I knew she had blown up after a race because Dirty Dan found her and then just raided her every single day. From that race or whatever.
But she had numbers before that, though. She
was
like,
smaller than I was. She had 20s, teens and 20s.
I don't think so. Let's ask Frown. Frown knows a lot about Lily.
I mean, Lily used to come in my stream every day and say, "Hey, I'm eating dinner and watching your stream."
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, there you go. Then my timeline is a little messed up because I thought that I thought she had numbers before the China race.
No, her numbers were definitely less than 40.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, because she literally used to come into my stream every single day. I don't even remember how I found her. But her stream was a lot raunchier. Years ago, 2 years ago, it was Ram Ranch when you followed. Bump, 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 bump. 18 naked cowboys.
That's Quasi's favorite song.
Is it really? That's definitely Lily's favorite song. She'll never admit it now because she feels pressured to be good because she's a partner now.
I don't know. She still says weird things at times that are like borderline raunchy. Maybe not like she used to, but there's clips of her saying and doing weird things like that.
The girl's like 90 pounds soaking wet. It's hilarious.
If you're like that and your mind works like that, you can't just flip the switch to make it turn off.
Yeah,
right?
I just cite Quinn. I'm like, look, guys, Twitch, you guys like Quinn, so come on. You guys support Quinn. Quinn.
I mean, he's a good entertainer. He definitely is smart in what he does.
I think he's a father of 3 now.
Yeah.
So
something like that. I don't know a lot about his personal life. I heard he lives in the shed out back though, in a guest house, not shed.
The cuck shed. He calls it. That's what he calls it.
And I mean, he's smart. You know, he's a smart business guy. He knows how to bring in viewers. So I can't fault him. He's not necessarily my sort of entertainment, but yeah, he definitely knows what he's doing. So
Gauntlet, chew you up, spit you out.
Definitely does. You practice all the time in the world, think you're super ready, and
RNG is RNG.
Yeah, RNG can get you. You know, there's just so many things that can just come out of nowhere and just mess you up.
Yeah.
And it didn't just happen to me. It didn't just happen to you. It didn't just happen to Brown or anybody else.
Rise. All happened to so many times. The Rise.
You look at the ladder, dude. Look at the fucking ladder from Path of Exile Racing. It's a graveyard. Literal graveyard. And a lot of these people died last day with a big push to try to boss and get more points.
3 dead. But
a lot of them did happen way before the end.
When the account is yellow, is that the same as PoE trade where they have a level 100?
No, I think the yellow indicates that they placed.
No, it must be that they're a previous Gauntlet winner because Karn won a Gauntlet, didn't he?
Karn never won a Gauntlet. Okay. No,
I don't know what it means then.
There's only been 3 people to win a Gauntlet. Darky, um, Exile, and Alk.
Okay. Because
Exile won this one. Alk won the last one, and Darky won the first two.
yeah, I don't understand it. Because Owie's
Two
got
or
it and
three?
Karn's got it.
Yeah, I see it on Grand Witch current season
Huh. Okay.
on OV or Owie, whatever his name is, and Karn is Grand Duelist current race season.
What does
If you
that
click
mean?
on his name, that's what it says.
Oh, okay. All right. Whatever that
But yeah,
means.
I guess Nick, because Exile doesn't have
No, he doesn't
anything
have
on
it.
his, and he won.
But yeah, shit's
He
fucking graveyard. All these people are dead.
Everybody, like so many people. Steel died, and Steel's a great racer,
Yeah.
right?
There's two
Exile died
people.
on
Two,
both of his characters, but obviously not before he completed the Gauntlet first on his duelist.
top
But his
53 people are alive. So there's
huh?
47 people dead out of top 50.
2, 3, yeah. So there you go. And like Rise died,
Yep.
Lily died, Darky died,
Yep.
Carve died, Inward Heel died.
Quantric.
Karatha died, Quantric
Yep.
died, Alk died, Ziz died, Dan died. So many people just dead.
Yep.
Karn died several times.
Yep.
I mean, Karn came back with a vengeance, though. You know, Lily died. We died.
Yep.
Like everybody died. Like this was a very rippy. Tatiantel died on his Hierophant.
And you
There
have
was
you have more experience with these than I do because it was my first gauntlet, so I can't speak to previous gauntlets and how rippy they've been.
I think this was the rippiest gauntlet as far as like people dying, like high profile, and like
Why?
looking at this ladder. I honestly don't know. Because everybody, maybe it was the misconception that the AoE was going to be easier that people thought. And now, don't get me wrong, the multi proj is definitely, it can definitely screw you over more than AoE. But the AoE, I think, is a bit misleading. That I think some people thought it was gonna be more of a cakewalk, with the exception of, like, some of the higher tier bosses like Aziri and Maven and, like, Minotaur, Chimera, Elder, or Uber Elder. But I don't know what I honestly don't know, and it seemed well, I'll tell you what, though, it seemed like Harvest took a lot of people out.
Yeah.
More people than anything. I bet you if we look through the rip clips.
Was the change that harvest mobs were gonna take map mods? Did that happen ultimatum or did it happen the previous league?
I thought
Ritual.
that was always the case, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
I
think that
don't
was ever
remember.
changed. I'm pretty sure Harvest mod, unless you opened up a Harvest in your hideout in Harvest League, they didn't take map mods because there was no map. But if you found a Harvest in maps, they got the map
So then it
mods.
was the AoE from them or like what?
I
I don't know.
honestly don't know like exactly why it was so. Maybe people were just pushing harder.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, there was definitely more than 20,000 people entering.
the on the wrap up, this said 40 to 60,000 people, but he needs to get the exact number from
Yeah.
GGG.
And it was like 200 over 200,000 characters created.
Yeah, a lot.
You know what's funny about my class witch? Look at the witch placements. It's got the lowest point scale. 96, 98, 99, 102, 112.
Yeah, that's odd.
That's
That's
the
odd. Only a
lowest.
little bit under the shadow,
Yep.
but that is odd. Usually, Witch is a top contender there.
And it's lower than Scion too.
Scion. All right, so 1, 2, 3. 4 people, sorry, 4 people completed the Gauntlet this league.
Yeah, 125.
I think it was in the teens last league, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. What the fuck?
Really weird, isn't it?
That is
I can't
very
we
weird.
can't look up the ladder anymore because it's not archived. You used to be able to look it up on PoE Ninja, but it just recently fell off. They probably had to make room for this one.
So
But yeah,
Harvest was killing people more this league. Oh. But so last Gauntlet, people were able to create Uber gear with Harvest, right?
that's true. So
Yeah, I forgot
maybe
about
that had
that.
something to do with it, that
With
you
people's
needed to
teens
do
surviving.
maybe you needed to do less gauntlets to get your overall power, or less harvest to do your overall power level
Yeah.
last gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Abyss was pretty rippy too. I stopped doing Abysses. I got my Stygian and said I'm not doing them anymore because they're super rippy. And I actually ended up hitting one and got an Abyssal Depths on my last character, and it turned out to be a lich fight. And I went in and I seen that it was a lich, and I was like, "Am I gonna do this?" And I thought about it, and I was like, "Okay, let's weigh this out. Let's weigh this out. What can we get that would benefit us in this situation? If we got a Shroud of the Lightless, that would be pretty good. You know, that would be like basically like a free 6 link because I was on
Right.
5 link till the end,
Right.
and that's a decent chest. It's got the built-in Ellie pen, and then if we 5 linked it, then that's
Yeah, for
basically a 6
Stormbrand,
link.
that's pretty good.
And then it also has an abyssal socket for, more life, mana, damage, whatever we could roll on an abyssal jewel. And I said, but that's like the most rarest drop in the abyss. We're probably not going to get that. Okay, now let's look at what could happen if we don't and we fail because it's super rippy. I said, no, you know what? I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to keep going. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because Cat had a rip in Abyss. It
To a
fighting the
lich?
Lich to the Lich, yeah. He should be on the thing. You probably find it. I don't know if he uploaded his
Do you remember his name, or did he only have one character?
um
I see Tatianel.
what did he run? He ran a Trickster. So he would have been a Shadow. You knew what mobs would spawn? Yeah, you still kind of know what mobs would spawn anyway from what it says. It's just that you don't get all of them. Like, it would still tell you like primal scrabblers or crush claws. You just may not get as many as there were.
Rank 190. All right, here we go.
You got
This is him in Harvest.
that's his harvest.
What's
rip.
my goal now?
You get
Well,
pounced on.
96 would be great.
Oh, I remember this.
Oh,
He's always very funny when
Yeah.
he dies.
why did I even reach that?
Yeah, certain people have good reactions. Sometimes I take it. I'm like, oh no, and I take
Yeah.
it. But sometimes it's like.
Yours were
whatever.
hard to watch. Yours are hard to
So I
watch.
guess we could segue into that to my
Highlights?
experience
Huh?
with the actual gauntlet. So day one, I set my alarm early, and I
Oh,
went to
here's
snooze.
his lich rip. Hold on, 1 second. I just found it.
I went to snooze my alarm. Go ahead, you can play it.
Oh, he got slashed by the sword.
See, I'm on a delay, so I
Alright, the
don't
guy
really-
is kind of
yeah.
scary.
So I can only see it on your screen, so slight delay. But all right, so set my alarm early. The gauntlet started at 10 a.m. my time. Set my alarm early, 8:30. So I get up, take care of Lil, get some breakfast and get all set up and, get established, maybe do a warm up run or something. So I hit snooze or what I thought was snooze on my phone and it didn't go off again. So I woke up at 10 o'clock on the dot, jumped up out of bed, like, what the hell? Got ready, did my thing, hopped on, like 20 minutes late. So that was not too bad, right? Okay, so we run, we keep going. We start, we're late, but that's fine. I end up dying to Brutus, but that's fine too because it's like 20 minutes. It doesn't really matter. So we're like 40 minutes behind. Okay. So
What got you
after
on
that,
Brutus?
I don't even remember. I
Just
like
some
I
weird fluke or
probably got slammed or something. I
okay.
have no clue. I can't remember. It wasn't that big of a deal. So it's not like something that like I registered in my memory, right?
Okay.
You could really care less. People are firing off fireworks, so if you hear bangs, I'm sorry.
No, I don't hear anything.
So all right, re-roll, everything's fine. We get up, we're making okay time for Gauntlet, first character. It takes us about 12 and a half hours or so to get to um Katava Act 10. We got all our labs done. Well, normal Merc, normal cruel Merc lab is done. We go in to fight Katava. Things are going well. Katava didn't even touch me one bit. You can bring up that
The 88.
Katava, the second one I gave you, which
Okay.
would be the Katava one.
All right.
We get in there and everything's going well. Katava doesn't touch me, but one of his unique ads, the Champion of the Void, he does a slam.
There it is.
He does a slam and then either flickers or desyncs in back of me. See, there's the slam. See, I'm on delay, so
It's
I can't really
fine.
commentate it.
It's just gonna keep replaying. So
Yeah, so you can see he slams and then he ends up in back of me. He does have a flicker attack. So that's like a 6K hit right there. I'm almost positive he crit me. Because I got hit again in one of my other fights in Act 10 Katava, and he didn't even do nowhere near that damage. They do a lot of damage, so I'm thinking a high roll crit is what happened there. Because he basically, damn near one-shots me.
yeah.
So this was going to be like
Disgusting.
my last thing. I wanted to get into maps and then, run a couple maps and call it. Get some sleep and say, whatever.
You were pretty devastated after it happens, if I recall, too.
Not that one. I mean, I just kind of like I was not like super upset because it's day one,
Okay.
right? That's the first day. It's Act 10 Katava. It was 12 hours into the race. So I said, fuck it. Let's go again. I stayed up like another 7 hours. I wanted to get back to that point. I stayed up another 7 hours. So I'm like streaming for like 20 hours
Crazy.
and I got to like the end of Act 7 or something. I was like, I'm so tired. I need to go to sleep. Otherwise, I'm going to make a mistake. And all this that we're doing now is going to be for nothing. I'd rather just get some rest real quick. Come back tomorrow. We're in a good position to get in the maps and just grind out. So that's what we did. I slept for like 4 hours after a 20-hour stream. And then came back and we got in the maps. Ran. Everything was going pretty well for that day and the next day. And then what was it, like 2 days, a day and a half later, 2 days later, I was like, going high 80s and everything is going well. We're geared up. We don't have a six link, but things are like going okay. I was having some bad gear RNG, but it was okay. Like we're getting map drops, we're killing conquerors.
This is the 88 one, right? Just so
Yeah,
I make
so the
sure. Yeah.
88, yeah.
Got it. I got it
So
pulled
then
up.
I was in a map and I'm running like low yellows, like T6 arenas, just to be safe. I don't want to rip. Everything's going. I hit 80. I tell myself this is at the end of the night. It's like another 15-hour stream. I'm like, okay, I just want to hit 88 and then I'm logging off. You can kind of see my XP bar I have no XP there because I had just leveled. I cleared the map. because there wasn't that much left. And in some far off corner, there was a harvest. And I'm like, oh, let's do this harvest real quick. This will be my last map. Okay. And then this happens. Off-screened by spitters / dinosaurs. So it was pretty bad. So I was pretty upset about that one. So normally you can see in the start of it, like when I do these harvests, I throw my brands down, I open it up, and then I kind of kite them one by, like kind of in a line
one by
away from
one.
where they're at. And then the
Smart.
brand will pick them up, well, they will pick up the brand will do damage, they'll die, they drop the brand, and then the next in line picks up the brand. Well, you can kind of see I ran too early, so only one of the mobs followed me.
Saw that, yeah, right there.
Yeah, only
You
one
got
of the
that one
mobs
mob. Yeah.
So I say, okay, I got to go back over and bait them again. So you can see I'm kind of playing it easy. I think I have cover from that wall because where
No.
they spawned and where that wall is, I should have had a little bit of cover, but I didn't. And as soon as like I came within, two screens of them, they just barraged me down.
You got you.
I was like, all right. We still had like, I don't know, 5 days left in this by this point. 6 days? I think it was 6 days. This was like day 4 or something. So I re-roll the next day. I log off, I was kind of disappointed, but I knew I was gonna re-roll. We still had plenty of time, still had some gear and maps. Took me like 3 days to get to that point or something. Yeah, so yeah, it was like day 4, the end of day 4. So we still had 6 days or something left. So re-roll again, and this time things are going pretty well again. We get to maps in like 8 hours. We get to
That's really
70.
good.
And the Gauntlet's not bad.
Yeah.
So we get to 75, I think, 75 or 76, and then I log off after that day. So 76 in one session. Okay, cool. Then I got to 86 the next day. Actually, I think it was 79. No, it might have been 76. I don't remember. Everything's kind of going together. We got to 80, 86, 85 the next day. And then the next day after that, I got from like 85 to 89. Now, mind you, the drawing for the PC, which is usually what most people go for, starts at 90. And you're eligible for all of them, everything else before that. So we ripped at 88. So I'm like, all right, we'll just, we're going for 90. I'm thinking top 5's out of reach, which it kind of wasn't at that point. At that point, when I re-rolled, it was still kind of in reach, at very least top 10. So same situation, right? I had just hit like 89. Last map, I'm about to log off. Again, find a harvest in some far off corner of the map, and I'm like, oh, let's go do this harvest. I still got gear I need to craft. We go in, and what it was, I was trying to roll my Adziri ring, the ring that I needed to do Adziri, because most of my gear was crafted actually, and I only needed to do that. Was craft that. So I go in and I'm like, okay, we'll craft this ring, da 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 da, and then that happens right there. So we rip again in a harvest, but this time at level 89 at the end of the night. Now we only have 3 days left in the race.
Ugh, what the
thing that
fuck was that?
Burrowers. The burrowers pop up under me. It's not the so that's not the part that upsets me the most about this. I have a forbidden taste that heals me for 99% in my 1 slot. I have a regular life flask in my number 2 slot. If you slow that down, I hit my flasks in time, and whenever I panic flask, I always hit the 1 and the 2. Always. I know I do because it's muscle memory. It's instant reaction. When I take damage, it's like that. Like I don't just hit with my, my ring finger. I didn't like lift my pinky up to not hit the 1. I hit them both. But the forbidden taste does not register. You can see the number 2 I hit my flask in time. Had it registered, I don't know if it was micro lag, if it just didn't uh didn't take the input, like I don't know. But I know I hit them both. I know I did it in time, but it did not go off. Had it went off, we would have survived that because it would have healed me for 99% and it would have gave me enough time to get the hell out of there. See, I was already on the move right
Yeah,
there.
you hit the life flask.
I hit the life flask in time, but the forbidden taste doesn't go off. So that's the part that really upset me about that, is
Mm.
the fact that I knew that I reacted in time, but it didn't go off for some reason. That was the shitty part of that rip. The other one I
Ugh.
had no chance, right? Because it was off screen.
Yeah.
The 88, I was done. There was nothing I could really done, with exception of looking at it back. If I instead went in that cubby hole, and Kat pointed this out, same spot. Both rips were in the exact same spot in the harvest.
God.
Kat pointed that out, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that." But so my only play on the 88 was to go into the little cubby hole there to where I did have cover, not perceived cover, actual cover.
Yeah.
But it was late, and sometimes you're just like, I'll just slow play this.
Oh,
Sometimes slow,
I know about being late and being tired. I know all about that.
sometimes slow play will get you killed too.
Yeah.
So then
Fucking
I'm
game.
thinking, all right, fuck this. I've had enough. I'm not re-rolling. This is it. I'm fucked. Like, I'm not hitting 90. I'm not doing this. I'm pissed. Like, this is bullshit and whatever. Bingo started the next day after that, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just start bingo with bingo then. I guess this is what it is. So we start like kind of making a tree for what I'm doing, and I did re-roll a character, and I was in like Act 1, like looking at gear, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm so conflicted. Like, should I start bingo? Do I keep going with Gauntlet? Do I do, I'm like, I don't, if I do bingo, what build am I gonna do? Like, I was so conflicted. So I said, look, I'm getting off stream. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go hang out with Lil for a little bit, and we're gonna figure this. I'll just, I'll think about it. I'll ask my gut. What are we gonna do? So that's what I did. I went and I ate some dinner. I think I made some like eggs and toast and it's like some bacon or something. It was quite delicious. Sourdough toast, by the way. It was very good. And, without even really thinking about it, my gut just kind of told me, like,
Yep.
we got to finish. Like, we got to finish. I've never let a gauntlet beat me down and make me quit before the end. We're finishing. Whether we rip again or not, then that's one thing, but we have to finish. So next day I hop on, we re-roll. We got the maps in 7.5 hours. So we shortened our time a little bit. This was no tabby, no real gear left because we ripped everything. We had a couple things left over from our characters, but not a lot. My gear was super shoddy by the last character. So I got the maps in like 7.5 hours. We hit 79. I wanted to hit 80 by the end of that session. We hit 79. I said, okay, I'm not gonna push it. We're gonna rest it here. Next day, which is we have 2 days left. We hit 87. I wanted to hit 88, but it was fine. 87 was close enough to 88 to where I knew the next day, which one day left, I could go from 87 to 90. I knew that it was possible. So we call it again. Went from 87 to 90 the next day. I was able to roll the ring that I needed to fight at Ziri. So once I hit 90 and I knew that we were, in the clear, okay, now I can do a boss. So I put the ring on, which, by the way, if you're wondering why I needed a ring, I needed a hunter or a shaped ring that had the mod reduced elemental reflect damage taken, and I needed to use Soul of Yugal for the Pantheon and change my anoint on my amulet to be exposure tolerance, which gives 30% reduced reflected damage. So I would be basically reflect immune, but I wasn't fully reflect immune. Could still take 4% reflect.
I thought it was 2%.
It might have been 2%. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I divined it. Yeah, I think I divined it better though. Yeah, it was 2%. It was 4, and then I divined it. I think it's 2 now. So we were able to do Edziri.
You're saying your
Which,
leech kind of made up for the 2%.
yeah, I felt like I would have been safe. We really so there. I could have done it without reflect immunity, but the problem with brands is like you see how my brands are kind of all over the place. If the mirror phase or clone phases come out and my brand is just off some far off corner and one of the clone phases decides to wander over there and step on it, I'm dead, right? You can see how big those empowered flame blasts are.
Yep.
But you can see one of my brands was like over there. I did recall it over, but one of my brands goes on to the reflect phase. So I definitely would have needed it. But so we
Blocked
did that.
Blocked that.
So I thought that I had gotten away from that empowered flame blast. We did beat Edziri, as you can see, so we got an extra point. My brand, my brand. I thought that we got away and we evaded. Not evaded, but just manually dodge, not like dodge or spell dodge, but like got away from it. Until we looked at that clip and I shared it with Stark and he's like, "Oh my god, how did that not hit you? Like look at it. Like you're inside of it." And I'm like, "I don't know. I just got away from it, I guess."
No, you didn't get
As
away
it was
with
paused, I noticed that my Tempest shield was going towards her. And I was like, "Dude, I fucking blocked that. No way. I only had 23% spell block with that Tempest shield on, but we still ended up blocking it. Kind of irrelevant because she was gonna die anyway. I had a brand on her. Even if I died, like you see how quick after that hit right there that she goes down, it would have still counted. If you die and then she dies, it's still a boss kill.
Yep, there's a Tempest Shield going back.
Yeah, and you can see it. Yeah. See the safe where the safe part is by my head, where my mouse kind of just went.
Yeah.
Where the
Right
safe
there.
zone was in that situation. But regardless, we pulled it out. We killed it, Ziri. We got an extra point,
You
which
fucking blocked that flame blast.
put us in the top 40. Yeah, it was like I was ranked 40 Templar at that point.
And you got in the droid for the PC, right?
Yeah, so I was level 90 there.
That's good.
And so I don't know.
Probably be
I
my
was like,
goal.
well, we got nothing else to lose, so I ran a couple more maps and I ran a few conquerors, and we had another half a level. And I logged off. I had to drop Lily off early the next day. The gauntlet ended at 10 a.m. my time. I had to drop Lily off at 8 a.m. So I said, well, after I drop Lily off, I guess I'll come back and I'll try to grind for another level. So I grinded out another level. So I hit 91. We hit 91 with like 8 minutes to spare. 8 minutes to spare. We hit 91. It was definitely like crunch time, but we hit 91, which was enough to put us. What did I finish? Top 20.
You
What
were
did
like 24th, I think. 27th,
Nah, I don't think I
24th.
was top 25. I was like 26th.
Okay.
I think I was 26th Templar. 234 overall. 26th Templar. Which was, in 3 days after ripping at 88 and 89, having a 68, 88, and 89 rip to finish at 91 and be top 50 out of, or top 250 out of how many people? Upwards of 60,000 people. I think it's just basically I needed to persevere and not let it beat me. I couldn't let the gauntlet tear me down, even though it was trying its best. And we didn't achieve the goal that we set forth going in, but we didn't give up.
Did you place higher this gauntlet or
I did,
ritual
yeah.
gauntlet? Yeah.
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 Yeah, not Hierophant because there was more Hierophant players this time, but
Mm-hmm.
I finished higher in the Templar tree and higher overall. Last Gauntlet I finished 302 overall and 29th Templar.
Got it.
This time we finished 26th Templar and 230. What did I say? 234?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
234 overall.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was my first one, and I never do shit like this. I never
We
do.
bullied him into doing it.
Yeah.
We bullied him. We told him he was scared and he wouldn't do it.
Cause I mean, look how far I came from that cannibals clip.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I mean, you made progress.
I made a lot of progress. I couldn't
I think
even.
you made the most progress after our initial podcast on the Gauntlet tips and tricks.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
think that's.
Well, I had to
when
learn
certain
all of
things-
those. Well, and acts for someone that never does it. Acts 1 through 3 are the rippiest. Period. After you get past Act 3, if you've never done the Gauntlet, you have a chance.
There's sporadic things that'll kill you. Dodre in Act 4, Piety in Act 4.
Yeah. Well, speaking
Dodre in Act 8.
of Dodre in Act 4, I think that's this. Yeah. I think I've got a clip here.
Kiki did a great. Kiki's
Yeah.
did a great job editing your compilation.
Oh, there's Piety. Never mind. That's not Dodre. This is where I just brain farted on Piety? No, I killed Piety here, I think. Yeah, I killed Piety.
You did, but it was still a brain fart. You like just stood there and like was like, what do I do now?
Brain fart. Oh, there she's going. Okay, here's Dodre. Oh, 29 life log! 29 life log! Jesus fuck! It's fucking. It's intense. If no one's ever done the Gauntlet before, it's
motherfucker.
intense.
I often say it's the hardest thing I've ever done in Path of Exile, but it's my most favorite.
Oh, 29 life log!
It's so fun to challenge yourself this hard, and it definitely makes you a better player. Like, there's no way you can go into this and play this and get anywhere. Obviously, if you go in and you die to hill like 97 times and then quit, that's probably not going to make you a better player. But if you get anywhere, even if you get just to maps or to Act 8 or wherever you get, like, it's going to make you a better player, whether you realize it or not. The base game feels so much easier after you do this.
He actually had he's got you in here.
I
You
knew it.
know
I
that.
felt it.
Yeah, I know, I see it.
I fucking knew it right before. I felt it. I knew it. I knew
I
it.
love
No,
the
it's
music
okay.
during this part too.
Alright.
It's so fitting. You're just focused on like the middle of the screen. You're straight zoned out. Look, your face doesn't change. Your facial expression does not change a bit. You're like a statue with things going on all around you. You have a slight head movement there.
That's funny.
And then look, you like jump.
It's
You, like,
straight
jump.
up.
Look at
Straight
look
up, baby,
over.
jump.
See the jump?
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, anyway.
That is really funny. Yeah.
Oh, Kiki's. What else? The winner. Let's pull up the winner clip.
Man,
What a
Exile went
good clip, too.
nuts, dude. You know what really makes it? You know why this? I think not only did he win, right, and he put in a damn good show and a good performance and a just excellent effort, but Uber Ziri was the one that took him out from contention last league.
Uber or regular Aziri?
Uber Ziri
Wow.
was the one who killed him last league. and basically took him out of contention for placing anything. So, like, he went crazy. What was it? Like, he had a play
3
time of, like,
days.
no, his played. Yeah, it took him 3 days, like, real time, but his slash played was, like, a day and some hours to
Yeah.
finish the Gauntlet, to kill Awakener, to kill Maven, to, let's read this off, hit 95,
Yeah. Jesus.
kill Maven, Uber Aziri, Uber Elder, Awakener, 8, has to be Awakener 8, do the Formed, which is the Breach Lords, the Twisted, which is the Elder Elder Guardians, Elder, I-83 Mastermind, Shaper, and regular Aziri in 1 day and some change playtime. Like, that is fucking ridiculous.
To even get I-83 Mastermind in that short a period of time is like, I don't even know how you do that.
You split it, so you don't run all 83s.
Okay.
Pretty sure you would run like a couple as you're leveling, and like low reds, mid reds, and then run a few because it takes the aggregate, and it would be like if you ran more 83 missions, then it's going to be an 83 zone. Pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I mean, I feel like my immediate goal for Gauntlet's coming up, and I'm not even gonna say next Gauntlet just because it's so fucking, I have no idea how this is gonna go for my future Gauntlets, but it's just level 90. That would be my goal.
90 is a good goal.
Yeah.
Maps, a lot of people that come from like softcore just say, I just want to get to maps.
Well, that's a good goal too.
Last league, my goal was to kill a boss worth points. Level 90 and kill a boss worth points, which we ended up fulfilling.
Who'd you kill?
It's Eerie. Eerie is like probably one of the easiest bosses to kill for points. That's why it's only worth 1 point.
Yeah, it's the oldest one.
Most people can, manage to do that. I mean, I did it on a 5 link.
Yeah.
So, I was nervous. I was still nervous because she could still do a lot of freaking damage and she could still kill you.
Empowered Flameless.
Yeah, but this league goal was top 5 Templar, which I felt good about.
Yeah, you got close.
I felt like we could do it, but we had those rips and it just wasn't meant to be. So we had to put forth a secondary goal, and we ended up finishing. My character's still alive, so
Yeah.
we can still run in hardcore solo self-found ultimatum and kind of gear him out. So the problem is with practicing for next league, we were talking about maybe practicing all league, but the problem is we don't know what mods are going to be. And there was some talk about perhaps doing AoE
And multi-prod.
and multi-prod, but possibly slimming something else back, which we don't know what that would be. I guess if you wanted a leg up on it, you could just do everything.
Yeah.
And then just get used to that. And then if they do knock something like,
if I were them and I was adding both, which seems insane to me to do, just seems fucking insane.
Especially for leveling.
Well, for anything. for the fucking game, for Path of Exile. It's Path of Exile. It's the most challenging ARPG.
Very difficult.
So if I were them and I was adding both, I'd get rid of the 20% monster damage. What, scale it back to 10%?
What was Darky saying? Darky was saying on the podcast that if he had to get rid of a mod and add another mod, he would get rid of the Fizzes Extra. And instead have GGG up the regular damage modifier to like 60. So base game and everything else would be a little bit more fair, certain things like chaos damage would really fuck you up a little bit more, and there's a few other things that would scale a little bit heavier, but for the most part, like the fizz conversion stuff is very unfair. Baron is like the rippiest freaking guy for no reason because he
Yeah.
does fizz conversion. Because for anybody that doesn't know, fizz conversion and gain as extra happen simultaneously. It's not that they convert. Let's say you do 100 or 50% to fire, and they're doing 1,000 damage. It doesn't go 1,000 fizz to or 500 fire and 500 fizz, and then they get that 500 fizz as extra, 30% extra fizz or 30% extra fire, cold, and lightning. They still get the 1,000.
Yeah, they double dip.
So the gain and the conversion happen at the same time. It doesn't like cancel out. So you're getting 80% extra as fizz, or 80% fizz as fire, 50% of the physical, and then 30% cold, 30% lighting, and then the 20% increased damage, whatever map modifiers or multipliers you might have, the turbo.
Yeah, I think
It
Frown
just
makes a really good point. They do not need to. They don't need to make it harder. Shit's hard enough already.
Well, if you go by that adage, they didn't need
I
to
think they need to make
make
it
this
different.
gauntlet in the first place, but
I think they need to make it different. So you know,
they said that they were
existing
going to talk about maybe adding some more modifiers, see if they could see what they could swing, since since GGG is kind of
has an official
helping them
event now.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they put in AoE for them and actually made it an event type thing instead of it being in a private league.
Yep. Yep. Oh.
That's not true. That's not true, player dad. It happens at the same time.
Ay, ay, ay.
If
Well,
something is converted, so it doesn't mean that your gain is extra goes off of the converted damage. Like I was saying, so like Blast Rain has 100% fizz as fire. That doesn't mean that they don't get the gain as extra. They still would get the fizz as extra fire, cold, and lightning.
I'm gonna
If like say
play
a mob has Blast Rain. Yeah, it happens simultaneously.
Rises. It's Zeri Rip.
There's a good video on this. What's his name? Engineering Eternity actually has a really good video where he breaks it down.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember seeing this original.
The Rise Rip?
Yep.
Yeah, he says he got crit. But then Darky says he did the math and it was just a high roll. Because at first he says he dropped his Fortify. But he didn't. You can see in the clip.
It's funny. It looks like he's out of it. It looks like
Yeah,
he's out of
Fortify.
range.
Yeah, it does. But that's the AoE. And the cast speed. So she was already detonating, and the AoE kind of would extend out from what the animation actually portrayed. The what's his name? Azaro was a good thing to look at for that. A lot of people got killed by like Azaro slams.
He was right on the edge.
And looks like he's out.
So Engineering Eternity, is it on YouTube or Twitch?
No, it's on YouTube. EE doesn't stream anymore.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Come on, man.
It's like it's called like damage conversion something.
I'm sure it'll be in his most recent.
Well, he hasn't posted in like a year now.
You said it was on his YouTube though. Engineering Eternity's YouTube, right?
Yeah, and he hasn't posted in like look at the last video, right?
Oh, you're okay. I thought I got confused. I got confused at what you said. All right.
I can't really see, but it would be if you look in his playlist. I think he has a whole playlist.
I
No.
I know he has an Aziri thing. I thought you meant he came out of hiding to make a new video on the Rise rip.
No, I was talking about what Pleather Dad was saying about the gain is extra and
Oh,
conversion
I thought
stuff.
you were talking about Aziri. I had
How
no idea.
how damage conversion works. He has a whole video breaking this all down
Yeah.
with numbers and like it as easy as you could explain it. He explains it because he's really good at explaining difficult mechanics
Yep.
in layman's terms. It would be in like mechanics or something. I can't read the screen where you're at, but
No, I ain't gonna do it anyway.
I
I'm
could
just gonna
probably
do
find it and just link
more
it to you.
rips. Rotha to Hydra.
Yeah, you got hit. Get hit by 2 attacks at once. That was last day. He was pushing. Just said it like 10 times, Pleather. Engineering Eternity. I'll find it and share it in chat for you. Because I know what it's like. I know what I'm looking for.
I don't even so. Hydra's way over there. Yeah, you got hit
Yeah,
by
he's on
the.
top.
No.
Somebody said he actually died
like
to not
right
using a
top of
Metamorph
me.
Scarab. Because he couldn't see where she was. And if he would have used a Metamorph Scarab, you would have been able to see on the minimap where she appeared back. Which makes a lot of sense, actually.
Wait, why?
What do you mean? Why? Because the boss would be on the minimap. If you use a Metamorph Scarab, you get that little icon where the boss is.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
What do you
new.
mean you didn't know that? That was the coolest thing about Metamorph was the fact that you would always know where the boss was. If
That's
something
super
has
helpful.
a Metamorph piece, then it shows on your minimap. How do you not know that?
It would have
No.
shown you. I knew it showed you where the metamorph was, not every single boss in the
Well,
game.
the
though.
boss has every boss has a Metamorph piece.
That's cool. I know. I just never thought about that. That's really neat.
That was my favorite thing about Metamorph League is the fact that you would always know where the boss was.
Karn deaths.
Karn's, man, his mastermind was really this was his last one on his Scion. He was going for the Feared again.
Yeah, here's
He's the
his,
only one that's ever done the Feared in the Gauntlet, and he was going for it twice in a row.
I don't know. I'll just shut it out of my mind.
His other ones were really, really difficult though.
his
Like
other
his
rip
Katarina,
clips.
yeah, his Katarina rip was really bad. And then what else did he die to? I can't remember what his other death was too. Okay, mechanics. Damage conversion.
Maven fight.
Maven? I don't think he died to Maven.
And this is Karn. Oh, this might have been
Maven.
him beating Maven, maybe.
This is
Nope.
Maven.
No, dude.
Oh yeah.
no.
Oh, sorry. This is Maven Arena.
What the fuck just killed me?
That's the Feared. Isn't it?
Hey.
No, I think that's the
Okay.
synth boss unique. Synth boss things.
I'll say hi after we die. Okay. Karn.
Oh, you found the video?
What's this one?
Okay. Yeah, no problem. It's not very intuitive, right? Like that's not how you would think it would work. A lot of people don't. Oh yeah, that's right. He got in the map boss. He got hit. Basically, I think his overleach fell off.
No.
He walked
Are
right
you
into
kidding
it.
me?
Yeah, he basically walked right into
God,
it.
how many times did he fucking reroll? Jesus.
like 4 times, I think.
Good God.
And then he had his Katarina rip.
It helps
I
that
think it was the
his
first.
name is yellow. This is the Katarina rip.
So watch how big that AoE is on that Katarina slam. It's so big. She's like 2 screens away.
Yeah.
And he baits the flicker perfectly. So she has like a flicker thing. You flicker, flicker, and then she slams.
What?
So far away.
His reaction.
What?
Look at it. He's so far away from
Yeah,
it.
I know. Good.
And he's
God.
right on the edge too. Again, being right on the edge, but the AoE kind of still kind of overlaps just a little bit from where the visual is.
Yeah, you can see the
What?
You can see the boss on. You can actually see where the boss is on the screen.
Yeah, because she has an icon.
Yeah.
Because Betrayal.
Yeah, Betrayal's got icons.
Betrayal's got icons. Yeah.
It'd be nice if in PoE 2 the.
What?
It'd be nice if all the main bosses had icons in PoE 2. That'd be great.
But so most things don't get conversion and gain as extra in the base game. Like really, you're only looking at that in like maybe some really tough rares, and in like Gauntlet and private league situations, or map mods.
What?
Like Fizz's extra, if you roll Fizz extra on your map mod.
What?
What else
Yeah.
we got here?
I died to Blast Rain in a previous Gauntlet. No, it was practice. It was Gauntlet practice. The last Gauntlet, not the previous one we just coming out of. There was a Blast in Ritual. There was a guy that was doing Blast Rain who had Soul Eater and extra damage. So Blast Rain converts 100%. Fizz to fire. Then he gets the gain as extra. So he's doing 130% of his Fizz as fire. 30% as cold, 30% as lightning. He gets the 20% increased damage. He get turbo, plus he had extra damage and Soul Eater and Blast Rain shotguns and overlaps.
I'm just finding some random clips now.
So I fell over.
Oof. $7,200 life. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah, and that's another guy. He hits hard. I'd say he's probably the second scariest conqueror.
With the AoE. Yeah. Yeah, Burgers and Fries, we got a podcast. This is episode number 3. You got any questions? Let me know.
He definitely has some. Not only that, but his ads hit really hard too.
Yeah.
But he does conversion too, if I'm not mistaken. He does Fizz's extra fire or Fizz to fire, and he can just hit like a truck.
Oh, my kidney.
Yeah.
Betrayal mobs.
Betrayal can be really rippy in a Gauntlet.
Of course. They can be really rippy, period.
Yeah, true. So got me an Enki League. That was what my only rip in Enki League on my summoner.
Who was it? Which
Betrayal?
Which Betrayal mom?
It was Leo.
Leo.
It was a Leo Cleave.
Leo Cleave. Yeah, and I fucking hate Tora too. Tora's in the Ashling jump.
Yeah, they can all
Hillock
do
Slam.
a lot
Yeah.
damage. Hillock Slam, Hit That Fled does giga damage.
Yeah.
He was waving. Let's see you later.
Yeah.
Done. So many people like just gave up too. So many people just like said, "All right, fuck this, I'm out."
I mean, we don't know how they were doing IRL. Maybe they had something they were busy in.
Or I'll quit and start playing Terraria. think this guy gets... He's playing Kinetic Bolt.
Does he just get a big fist to the face or something?
He's playing Kinetic
Whoa.
Bolt. I think he got double flagged there. He was right in the middle of 2 flags dropping. Those flags into... Yeah, those 2 flags.
Oh, you can see him in the sky. Boom.
Yeah, they just fall down. He's right in the middle of 2 of them. Ziz has died like that in the Gauntlet, but not to the actual Conqueror. Not this past one, but I think it's the last one, or maybe the time before. But why is he playing Kinetic Bolt?
Maybe it's his
In the
favorite.
Gauntlet.
Maybe it's his favorite skill. I don't know.
Maybe people think that about me too, playing the Stormbrand.
I mean, that's your bread and butter build, though. It's your first build guide. It's your only build guide right now. Sure.
Yeah, but Kinetic Bolt in the Gauntlet is not gonna do like any damage, especially considering they took the shotgunning thing away with volley. It might be awesome with like gear, but solo self-found gear and a 10-day race with extra damage and extra life. Yeah. Like you need a good wand, you need good gear.
Getting a good wand is...
Like Raider alone isn't enough to carry that. Or Elementalist. He was Elementalist, but
Yeah, he was.
even then, Elementalist isn't enough to carry it. Especially this league, since they took the shotgunning away with volley, you have to work really, really hard for single target. The clear is fantastic.
This guy playing CI ED Contagion?
Yeah. There's a few EDC builds that... Who is it?
This is... Man, that was 3. Just plop, plop, plop. That was... Bansu Trash Sai Chu. The Q makes me want to say a CH just because of my Chinese.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just doing random clips. Is there anything you want to see before we wrap up?
What about... I might have to send it to you. I might have to find it and actually
Sure,
send it to you.
go for it.
So, there was a couple bounties that were in place, some of which were kind of crazy.
Oh, the level 1 piety bounty?
The Garatha took him, like, what did it say? Like, he said, like, it took him like an hour and a half to kill Piety at level 1, but he did it. That's not really where I was going, but the most consecutive memory phases in the Maven fight without logging and killing her. Highest number of consecutive last phase Maven memory games without logging out, and Maven must die. Darky got it. I can't remember, what did he have, like
If you get the videos,
14 or something?
post the videos in Twitch chat. I can't get them in Discord right now.
He respect his character during a memory phase, last phase, during the Maven fight. Like, what the fuck? Because he was doing too much damage and he wouldn't have gotten it done.
Oh, wow. So he respec out of a big damage node?
He respec out of life to go into more leech because he took out all of his supports and was doing it on like a 1 link or 2 link. But then he didn't get enough leech, so he had to take some life away, and then he spec'd into Vitality Void.
Wow.
So he unallocated 2 or 3 life nodes in the Scion life wheel, and then reallocated like 2 or 3 to Vitality Void. While the memory phase was going on, and the spinning beams, the spinning and shortening beams were going. I don't know where the clip is. I'd probably have to find it in his Twitch. Let me see.
Yeah.
But it's like, who does that, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, how do you get there? It's probably his top clip. What's this?
The last 7
Top clip.
days.
Passive tree respec during Maven. Yeah, it's literally on his top.
Twitch chat, please.
Hold on, I'm getting it. I have to open up like 9 different windows now.
Yep.
Stark4machines. Bam. There we go.
That's engineering eternity.
Huh? Damn it.
Didn't copy.
It didn't copy for some reason. All right. Give me 1
It always does that.
second. Okay. Do it. See? Go back to Stark. We're professionals, by the way. Professional streamers. See, Stark doesn't even pay attention half the time.
No, I don't pay attention to you.
He's a great host. He has so much to contribute.
No, is he not great? The best. The best.
The best at not paying attention. There it is. I shared it.
Stand still.
Like, you never fought Maven, right? You never got to Maven. So, like, well, just watching this doesn't really explain how hectic it is.
Top
Other than respect.
left, top
During
right.
the fucking memory phase. With those spinning, shortening, and lengthening beams. And still nails the memory phase.
I'm mainly impressed at how he navigates the passive tree. How quick, like, can I go back to that? Like, look at, this is what impresses me the most, because look how quick this is, even on 4th speed, or on 25% speed. How quickly he goes to this node. He knows exactly where it is. Boom.
Exactly where his tree was last.
2 drags. Yeah. Good God.
Like, the skill, dude. The skill.
So he respec'd out of 2 life nodes for more leech. Why more leech?
Because he didn't have enough leech. Because he took out his damage nodes. Or his damage support. He was killing. He had too much damage, and he was killing her too fast. And he was going for this bounty.
Got it.
The most consecutive, highest number of consecutive last phase Maven memory games without logging out. He was killing her too quick to get enough to win.
How?
So he took out supports. And he was doing this on a 2-link, but then when he did that, he didn't have enough leech to out-leech some of the damage that she was throwing his way.
How many memory game things did he do?
This wasn't in practice. No, this was in the actual Gauntlet.
He was saying that he practiced the memory game, or he practiced.
He practiced respecing? I don't think so.
Well,
Because
I mean,
if he would have known going in that he had too much damage, he would have already done it.
he has practice specking the skill tree while fighting. Every racer has practice doing that.
I've never seen somebody respec or spec fighting Maven during this phase.
How many memory games did he end up with? And how did he know that that would be the most?
I can't remember how many he got exactly. More than 10.
Wow.
More than. So he completed everything on Scion. He was going for Duelist, but he died at 101 points. can't remember how he died. Oh, he died in a map, in a Drox map with haste, next to a haste aura on top of the haste. So triple hasted Drox mobs with divine uh benevolence, which is basically the new cannot die aura that spawns on rares. So he died there, and he ended up re-rolling a Scion to take down the number one Scion spot.
How many memory? 8.
8?
What's currently the highest round? 8 could have been the highest, so maybe he went for 10. I'm trying
It
to
was pretty sure it was
understand
more than
chat.
10. Pretty sure it was more than 10. But that if that's in chat while he's doing it, then I'm pretty sure it was more than 10.
I'm
Hold on.
trying to understand what chat is saying. Because
You're gonna
someone
try to
says, yeah, someone says
make
how
that
many memory, and then 2 people say 8. So I think that's
'cause
what he's trying to
that's how many he
beat.
had done there.
Oh,
That's what the count that he was at there.
got it. Okay.
Here, let me see if I can find out real quick.
God.
I'm sure there's like a freaking Reddit post on it.
Insane.
Let's see. 26? Wait.
It's
Darky doing the Gauntlet bounty.
crazy.
Highest number of consecutive last phase memory games without logging out. Maven must die. Currently at 13 memory games and counting. He stopped at 18.
Crazy how
20-minute Maven
fast
fight.
this is, and
18. 18 memory games without logging out.
it's 2 seconds.
In the last phase.
18.
That's not counting the first phases.
18 memory games.
In this part of the fight. Yeah.
That gamer is my streamer. Good lord.
Yeah, but he knows where the nodes are. How many
Yeah.
times have you played as duelist in gauntlets? Like, I know where Vitality Void is, and I haven't played a duelist since freaking Delirium League.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got practice allocating nodes quickly while racing.
Yeah, racers do. That's
Yeah.
part of what being a good racer is
Yep.
being able to,
Yep.
run while allocating. That's one of the many reasons why a lot of racers keep a move only on their skill bar. So when you open up your passive tree and you hold down move only, you're still going to run in the direction where you're going.
Yep.
Not only that, but you can mess around with your inventory, you can pick things up and place them. You can do gem swaps, you could do gear swaps all while still running and not have to worry about clicking your mouse, because if you pick up a gem and you use your mouse, you're going to drop it on the ground. So you need to have a move only on your skill bar in order to like pick things up and place things in your inventory
All right.
while still running.
What else do we got to say about this gauntlet? Look
It
forward
was
to the next
fucking
one.
hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, but I feel like from my own personal experience, coming from where we were and what we tried to accomplish, even though we didn't accomplish what I set
Grew.
out to do, I still feel like we made progress
I agree with that.
and improved, which I guess is really all I can really ask for. I'm not really like a seasoned racer. I really just got into the whole racing scene recently, so I still have a lot of work ahead of me to get to that point, but I feel like we are making progress and can eventually be a competitor. If things have to go kind of our way too. It's kind of RNG.
You know,
I feel like
if RNG would have turned, you would have competed this gauntlet.
I definitely think so, yeah. If we would have not gotten screwed by RNG, um, with the way things happened, I think that we would have had a really good shot to be close to, if not fulfilled our goal. So there's always next league. We're gonna try to practice a little bit harder, even though we practiced really hard for this one. and prepped really hard for this one.
I think the starting hardcore solo cell phone will help. Do you want to get
Think so.
together with me and do like an in-key league but solo cell phone hardcore? Where people can talk to each other in their own global and everything. Because I thought that was pretty fun.
We could potentially do that, sure. So I still want to do. I was talking to you about this earlier, and I was talking to Tati on Tail. If anybody's interested, let us know.
Oh, the Gucci Hobo.
After bingo, I was talking to Tati on Tail, telling them what my plans were. After bingo, at some point, maybe a little bit after bingo, we'll try to drum up some interest. We were thinking of having a Gucci Hobo race. Um, in hardcore solo self-found. For those that don't know, Gucci Hobo is you have to use only uniques that you find on that character. So you can only use that uniques that drop for that character. So you have to start out punching things until you drop a socketable unique. And you don't know where your build's going to go because you don't know what uniques you're going to drop. So we're thinking of maybe making it a private league if we can get enough
Drum up enough support. I'm telling you, tell
support and stuff like that.
tell Slippery
And-
Jim, or write something up and I'll copy and paste and give it to Slippery Jim. He loves Gucci Hobo.
Yeah, he's done that before, so.
Yep.
So we're thinking about doing that sometime in the near future while there's not a lot going on. Apparently, Ultimatum's getting extended another week because of the scope of the next expansion.
I didn't
So
know
we
that.
got a little bit of time. Yeah, they released a Twitter yesterday on it.
So it's
long
no
do you have to-
longer it's no
how
longer
long do
going to
you-
be July 16th. It's going to be
How
July.
long do you have to log out for the shore to reset?
Yeah.
Usually you go past Twilight Strand. You carry on. What my method when I did it was farm Hailrake. Hailrake and then other assorted uniques. The starting zone is like 10, it's the same as every zone. 8 to 10 8 to 10 minutes. It's every instance resets in like what is it? It's 8 to 15, but it's usually 8 to 10.
I think what Play the Dad doesn't understand is that you can clear the whole Twilight Strand with just punching with no gear and still continue on.
Yeah, you kill Hillock. That's what I'm saying. You like when I did it, I farmed Hailrake. You don't have to like go
There you
like
are.
if you're talking about going for Oni, you're gonna find uniques before you find Uber Hillock.
Crazy.
So yeah, you can only use uniques that you find on that character, excluding flasks. Obviously, you can use like regular flasks. The way I did it, I didn't use rare jewels either. I wasn't quite sure on the exact rules. Like, of course, we kind of, each iteration kind of goes by its own thing, but I only used unique jewels as well. So that means no rare jewels, no regular cluster jewels.
Well, then you should be a Golem, man, sir.
If someone screws up, how long do they gotta wait? They don't have to wait at all. If you die and you start a new character, that's going to be a new instance.
Yeah, it's hardcore solo self found.
You wouldn't have to wait at all.
You might be
Even if
thinking
you die to
of-
Hillock on one character, and then like it's going to be hardcore solo self found, so
Might
you're
be
not going to
thinking of
restart
softcore
on that
rules.
character. It's going to be a new instance for that next character. Oh, well, I can't read if you're joking. Seems serious to me. If you would have put like a kappa in there or something, I would have maybe knew you were being sarcastic.
No, it's too obvious. All right. Next podcast, hopefully we'll have a special guest that makes div cards for GGG. I'm hoping.
Ooh, special GGG guest hype.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Hell yeah.
Hoping we can get
Let's
him.
go. What are you doing now?
What am I doing now, Epoch? Maybe Chivalry 2 if How Many Licks comes on and he buys it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds fun. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here, being a part of our awesome podcast.
Be
The
good to
podcast
your
will be-
pets. Be good to your
The
grandmas.
podcast, shut up. The podcast will be uploaded to my YouTube tonight. Usually I get to it around like midnight-ish. It takes a minute for Stark to upload it, me to get
That's
it,
right.
download it, upload it to my YouTube, but it will be on my YouTube, Deedledo on Twitch. Like, share, subscribe, throw in the comment if you enjoyed, if you have something that you would like us to talk about on a future podcast, let us know on in the comments of the YouTube, or stop by one of our streams and holler at us and say, "Hey, why don't you talk about this?" And Stark will ignore you,
That's
and
right.
it will give you a convoluted answer about why we do or don't.
Right.
But that's gonna be it, I guess. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Stark, what you got to say?
Nothing. I'm gonna play some Last Epoch. Have you played Last Epoch?
I think you know the answer to that.
You
Have
haven't?
I played anything that isn't Path of Exile?
See,
in the past?
people used to say the same thing about me though. Never played.
You know
Never,
what I
never
seen the
wavered.
other? You know what popped up on my YouTube recently?
What's that?
You explaining the one of the Elder Guardian fights, the Chaos guy.
That's got a lot of. It's got a lot of views back for when I did stuff for PoLab. Yeah.
And I said, "Wow, Stark really knows this fight. What happened to that Stark who understands all these mechanics?"
The game got too new.
It is too new, yeah.
Mm.
Metamorph is new.
Yep.
Legacy League is new.
Abyss is new. Abyss is new.
It's new. Yeah.
Harbinger's
new.
new league.
Yeah. I knew where he was going with that.
Yeah. What happened to that? Ask PoLab.
I don't talk to. What am I gonna?
They-
I don't know
they
who
don't-
runs PoLab. I don't remember
Anymore? No. Suit doesn't run it now. Anymore? I don't know anymore. I haven't heard from them. I texted the guy the other day. No response.
Oh, it sucks.
Well.
Hey, I noticed that like you had a PoLab thing on there. I was like, "Wow, is he sponsored by him or something?"
We used to have a deal worked out, just like Ghazi used to have a deal worked out with them.
Damn.
And then, well, I'll just leave it up to the imagination of the viewers. Because whatever you think about, it's worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
No, that makes me think of like something that we probably probably shouldn't say right here.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just funny because all the people that don't like make amends, I'm not gonna stop doing it. I'd love to make amends with everybody. But I get a lot of no responses, and I'm not stopping ever.
They say, well, that's good. That's what you should do. They say that when you're in recovery, like you make amends for not only for the other person, but also for yourself. So you can come to terms.
Dude, I'd
and
love to
deal
have
with it.
no animosity and just iron things out. If I did something wrong that I don't know about or know about, I'd love to iron things out. But I'm just waiting on other parties at this point.
And it's up to you to make the amends. It's not up to them. It's up to them whether they want to accept or deny.
Well,
It's only up to you to make the amends.
most of them don't respond, so that's the
Yeah.
deal.
So then that's pretty much your answer. Then they're denying it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great week, everybody. See you hopefully with the GGG special guest next time. Goodbye.
Later.